Hello, hello, hello. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Welcome to Lucky Charms. March Madness 3, and we're marching on this especially lucky day of the green, of the shamrock, of the leprechaun, and of the Irish. Welcome as we do readings with the charms. So, connecting with the charms is actually very, very easy. It's just another divination instrument that I use and many others use. It's very old traditions of divining, and the charms can reveal a lot, to us with our own energy, connecting to spirit. So tonight, because of the special holiday on occasion, I'm going to be doing this form of reading. So please focus on luck, on fortune. Since we're working with the energies of today, focus on the green. And green is of the earth, which means it is healing, it is peace, financial wealth, gain, need, for more money, for yourself or for someone else that you may know who may be in need. We're certainly in a very important time right now where money is becoming more and more of a concern, as we are all aware with the situation happening in the world and things becoming more expensive. So money is on everyone's mind. And some people, of course, are in much more greater need than others. So this is an opportunity to focus on that and hopefully help or receive help with gaining more financial reward. So we'll get started, with this now. I'm going to check, as I usually do, with our connections here on the internet and on my page to make sure that we are here and being seen and connected. And let's say just turn on the audio here. So let me just repeat myself once again that we are doing Lucky Charms this evening. And let's say just turn on the audio here. So let me just repeat myself once again. That we are doing Lucky Charms for St. Patrick's Day and for the holiday season. So lower my volume here on the computer because I understand that here on Zoom, the audio should be working well, which means that you're hearing me here too. Here on Zoom, the audio. So I'm just going to hear myself a little bit. Just to make sure. If you hear a little background, I'm just testing, the sound. So let's see who's out there this evening, so we can do some readings for you out there. With the energy, I have my bag of charms right here before me. Let me show you on screen. And here we are. I've had this for quite a long time. I used to do charm readings years ago when I was doing a psychic fairs, especially out in Long Island. So occasionally, I would pull out my bag of tricks along with my other, forms of divination, which were tarot, the pendulum, and of course, my intuitive readings as well as mediumship whenever a spirit would decide to pop in and want to communicate with the person who is receiving that reading at the moment. So here we're going to focus on the charms. And again, if anyone does pop in from spirit, anything intuitively comes in because it all works together, we will certainly, work with them as always. This is always, spirit. And spirit is the one that decides how things go. So as always, we will work in that same way once again. So I'm just waiting to see if anybody pops in for anything here. Let me check my other source here, which I always have to do. Because again, you never know how the connections are really. So I'm going to check to see with my other device here, which is my cellular phone, which has always proven to be a big help in regard to establishing, my knowing of a good connection for programming. Okay, here I am. I see myself here. Let me sit back a little bit so I'm not so far in front of the screen. And you see me a bit more, also. There we go. Excellent. And let's see, I've got 3 comments, I think. Here we go. And happy St. Patrick's Day, Kyla. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I see one comment so far. I understand, I think there might be more. I don't see the more, but I'm sure they'll pop in, as soon as I get a stronger connection here. So it's still like buffering a bit here. And we got Zia over here. I see a reaction. So hi, Zia. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you and everyone there in your family and friends. It's a big holiday here. And we've been celebrating throughout the day. As you can see, I'm dressed in green, as much as you can see, but I have been dressed in green pretty much from head to toe, today. And at work, I celebrated, with the green. I luckily don't work that far away, from the parade route. So I was able to, through the internet, see something, but I had good connection there where I work. And so I was able to see the parade, for a bit, happening live, which was nice to see after 2 years of not being able to have that, happen. So it was wonderful to see. And big crowds were there, which was good to see, also. So people were very happy and excited about the parade. And I just wish the weather would have been a little bit better, obviously. But still, with all, we did have a parade, and it was wonderful. It was a lot of fun, and people were very, very happy about, seeing this, they're happening there today. So I'm just checking my connections a little bit more here, see what I've got. Okay. And very good. Let me check one more thing from Zoom where I'm at currently. Good. Okay, good. And we know we got our Facebook connection, our Zoom connection, and just wait to see if we can get more. Let's see, all comments coming in. There we go. So Sherry, happy St. Patrick's Day to you, Sherry. And okay, so we've got our people here. So I'm doing okay, Kyla, thank you. I'm doing much better. My dental work is healing very nicely, fortunately. So I'm feeling better. I'm able to speak a little better also this evening too. And hopefully, that will continue. I have some more procedures to undergo in the next few months, but hopefully it won't be as, let's say, as major as what I went through here. The first time we had a few other things happening at the same time that caused a bit of discomfort. But hopefully after this one, it shouldn't be as, as uncomfortable as it was this time. So we'll see. But nevertheless, we are going to have programs no matter what. Even I have to drag myself out of the dental chair to get here, and do it. So as I see, we have our ladies here this evening. So if you please, if you're interested, please ask a question and let's have Spirit, guide us and help us in helping you. And with the use of the charms today, celebrating St. Patrick's Day right here on March Madness and here on my page, the Angelus Clone Transpsychic Express. So we are live on St. Patrick's Day, celebrating all things Irish. And we're here doing the spirit side, of the Irish with their magnificent magic and wonders, that they have for so long. So it looks beautifully with the charms. It blends in beautifully to work, with this energy in this way. Especially if you know about things like leprechauns and things like that and the Celtic religions, that, we have a lot of magic and a lot of power, from Ireland over there. And there's Mommy over there in the background. You can see her there. She's popped in for a moment, doing a cameo appearance, during the program here. And let me see if anybody's asking a question. So I guess I gotta move between different areas here. Let me see if I can open up my screen here. Okay. On Facebook itself, very good. I see myself larger now than ever. And let me see, hold on a pinch. Let's see, okay, I'm not looking at this right now here. Back to where I was. Okay, so Facebook is having a bit of a problem with the chat window today for some reason. Again, you never know with these things what you're going to get. So, but luckily I have my other source here, which is working well. So let me tune out of it for a moment. And if anybody has questions for Spirit or so, yes, we do. And Kyla has a question. So I'm glad I'm able to see this. So let's see. Okay, very good. Hold on a second. Let me just see. All right. I'm glad you asked that question. And I'm just seeing what other questions are coming in just in case. Okay, here we go. All right, very good. So let's see, Kyla, let's see about those questions for you. Let me just come out of here for a moment. Let me see, hold on. There we go. I'm just readjusting my screen here for a second here so that we don't have anything interfering in the way. Okay, there we go. Excellent. And okay, very good. So let's find out, let's starting your question and see what Spirit can provide, for you. See. Just pull in a few charms along the way. We have a number of things here. That's interesting. Well, let's see what comes up. First of all, in regards, since this is more of a spirit question for you, I'm just getting an energy, very warm energy. I'm being supported by a lot of others in spirit here also. So they're here like providing help, here with this. And there's a great deal of support here. There's a great deal of support, for your aunt. A great deal of warm energy is accompanying her. I'm waiting to see if more will come, here, with her or for her. Because I'm just getting the message that, she has very warm energy and that they're, very supportive of her. She seems to be very favored by others there in spirit. There's a lot of loved ones there, a lot of loved ones that surround her and are with her, because this apparently was a person who had a lot of heart, a lot of warmth, and a lot of good energy associated with her. And very warm and caring individual relating to people and to others when she was here. So as we progress, let's see what more, comes through. In the meantime, with the charms to help support your question or anything that might be relevant in your life at this time, what I'm seeing here, oh, that's interesting, is the baby carriage. So if you can make out this charm, I'm going to put it on the screen for you to see, hopefully, if you can. This is the charm of a baby carriage. And trying to see myself here so I can make it better for you to be seen. If I put it in front of me, actually, you might see it better. So baby carriage, of course, usually means children, obviously. New beginnings, a fresh start. In your case here with work and tenacity, you're heading into a new beginning, a new phase of things. Perhaps you're contemplating a new project, a new idea, a new start to things. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're going to have a child, or is even someone around who's going to have a child or so. But it does feel that a new start, a new project, a new idea is in the works, and giving, birth to that and moving forward, with that in a good direction here. We also have the symbol, that's interesting, of the handcuffs. So that's interesting here. So to me, by looking at this for you, I don't know if you can make this out, they are a pair of handcuffs that I have here. I have a lot of interesting charms. This usually means for you in particular, let's forget about the usual definition. What I'm picking up for you in particular, Kyla, is somehow a relationship. Again, going with relationship here and a need for a significant other to be really bonded and together, here, and wanting, and desiring for that. This is not necessarily a negative charm, a negative message here. Everything has a positive and everything has a negative. For you, it's about really wanting to have a relationship that's really together and that is really, really going to be there and last, for a long time. Again, not in a negative way, either. We also have here the law, because it also works here with, of course, handcuffs or dealing with the police and with the law. In your case, I don't feel that is because you're feeling that you're blocked in any way, or certainly being handcuffed, like even emotionally speaking, or like being a prisoner in some way. I don't get that sense, for you here. This is more about, again, for the future and finding someone to really have, there close by for you. And speaking of that relationship, we have here the symbol of a knight in shining armor. How very appropriate, actually, for St. Patrick's Day. And, the religions of Britain and old medieval beliefs and systems, and St. Patrick's works in that period. Even though it was a little later than that, but still knights are knights, and knights are associated with Britain. And we have here our knight in shining armor. So it's the hopes, once again, for that type of individual to come into your life and be there for you. Strength, trust, devotion, someone that you can rely on, who will not betray you, who will be truly your knight in shining armor, and that will be long-lasting. The one, wisdom, gentleness, chivalry, but bravery, also all those wonderful qualities that you would like to have in a significant other in your life. Very interesting that that charm would come up here. Then we have, again, interesting, we have the symbol, another thing with wheels, motorcycle. So here we have a motorcycle. I hope you can make that out. And holding up a little bit higher so you can see that. And that, of course, is the desire to move on more independently, to get on with your life on your own and on your own terms. And the anxiousness to really get out on your own and pursue your life in your own adventure. And perhaps with your significant other, here as well. Here we have, let me see what this is about over here. It's been a while since I've seen some of these charms, so I'm trying to make this out. Oh, that's interesting. So here we have the charm of crayons in a box. So it's a box of crayons in a box. So a lot of colors here, a lot of multi-dimensionality going on, for you here. It's about painting your life, the creativity there, and the movement there in your life. And as I'm saying this, suddenly I'm getting impression once again of your aunt who you asked about, and Aunt Maria Teresa. And there seems to have been a creative spirit. She seems to, for some reason, I'm getting an energy here that seems to like that particular symbol for you. And for some reason associated with her. And it's about creativity and designing your own life. And she seems, her energy comes through in this way about the desire and knowing of your desire to create your own life, to make it more vivid, to make it more diverse, more interests, more experiences. She appreciates that because this is a person who really appreciated individuality and doing things on her own terms and in her own way, and appreciated others for being that way too, individuals or so, also. Now we have a very interesting symbol here. So as we progress with her, I have a feeling for some reason that this lady might have had a strong association with religion also in some way, and that religion was very important for her for some reason. And I've had that little feeling for a while, but now it's coming back even stronger, now. So once I'm finished with the reading, I'll look at your comments if you've made any and see, what you're saying, about this and what I'm telling you, here. But religion seems to be a strong component for her as well. Now, this is an interesting symbol. This is an interesting charm of an orca, better known as a killer whale. So this is fascinating, here. So this is telling to me a few things about you as well. It's about travel, believe it or not, being independent, doing things your own way. Once again, for you in particular, this is very communal. Orcas are highly, highly intelligent. They know how to do things. They know how to figure out things in a way that's astounding. They rival humans in their way of processing and thinking and problem solving. So this is about you and figuring out what you need to do, how you're going to do it, being more independent and stronger on yourself, figuring out how and what you're going to do with your life, plans that you have, how to work them out, how to make things happen for you. Moving into, we had a lot of charms for you from that one pull that I got. We have here, actually, the 5 of Diamonds. So this is a card. This is the symbol of a playing card here. 5 is change and restless energy. First of all, diamonds, of course, are concerns for taking care of ourselves, money, growing, money, also having what we need. Again, a concern for having everything that we want and putting it in the right place, seeing what we need for our future here, which is very bright and beautiful here or so. And then finally, we have a beautiful stone here that's in the form of a turquoise energy. I think someone gave this to me quite a long time ago. And this is beautiful energy, and it incorporates blue, green, and we certainly have a lot of green energy working with us for this particular day, as we know. And it's about inner peace, tranquility. The blue-green is a healing color. It's about having that peace, having that satisfaction, having clarity in our lives. You can see this is very clear, crystal. And it's about prophesizing ahead and moving into our future here, for us. And again, with the energy of Aunt Teresa, this is somebody, Mary Teresa, or I call her Mary Teresa, you call her Marma, I understand. I saw here that, again, a very person who is concerned about others and family and doing things on her own. Let me see if I can bring up your comments here, because I'm not getting them here, unfortunately, on the system as I need them, but like I seem to be getting them here. Let's see. So your Aunt Marmar's energy is certainly present with you, watching over, well, lots of support for her, lots of support for family, for you in particular, is a warm feeling, appreciative, that you remember or know about her, send good energy, good vibes to her on this day, also. And for you, it's about telling of your future and things that are on your mind and things that you're a work in progress and need to figure out to move ahead still. But you have a lot of ability, a lot of talent, and try not to be overwhelmed with all of your thoughts and all of your aspirations. Try to narrow down to what's something that's feasible for you to start working on and to start doing. That's what that means for you, here at this time. I'm just seeing if I get more questions here. Hold on. Let's see. All right. Since our connection here is a little bit interesting this evening, let me try again here if I can bring up something new. Okay. So far, I'm not really getting that here that strongly. And my Facebook here is not really being too helpful here with this one. I'm going to try a little something else, because I don't know if people are writing me or you're writing me back or so, and it's not providing that feedback to me enough. So I'm doing one more thing. In the meantime, Zia, you have a question. So let's go move on into Zia. And well, we'll see. Let's put the charms back. And we'll shuffle the bag here a bit. We have a lot of charms here. A tremendous amount of charms here. So I want to shake them up for you, Zia, see what comes up regarding your questions. Place your energy, put your energy out to spirit. Let's see what comes up for you as I'm trying to get a connection here. That seems not to want to be happening. We'll do it again. Let's see, hold on a pinch. Let's move into here, here, one more time. I may have a lot of things open, so it might be a little bit hard to establish a connection this time. And I have a strong feeling because of the holiday, many people might be using the internet, trying to connect with loved ones because of the holiday, maybe perhaps from here or other places to Ireland directly, so they can connect with their loved ones there and celebrate St. Patrick's Day. So we might have a bit of an issue. Here we go. Okay. I'm getting something here. All right. So let's see what I've got. I do this here right now. So this is another connection. See if I can get at all your questions properly. And let's see if Facebook is doing what it can. Here we go. To help me connect with all of you in a much better way. Well, the wonders of computers. Sometimes they're not always, up and up. And programs sometimes can be a bit complex. Okay. And that is fun. Okay. Let's see if I can get into this now for you here. With my other source here. Okay, here we go. I've got my other source up and running here. Oh, you're very welcome. Can I see? Okay, see it. Thank you from you. Thank you. Let me see if there's anything else here from you. I'm going to try to open this up a bit better. Hold on. See if I get more. But you're very welcome. I appreciate that you appreciate this in return. Let's see. Hold on a pinch. Trying to make this happen a little bit better here. Ooh. Little difficulty with the comments this evening. Hold on. Let me see if I can open this up a bit more. It might give me better commentary. Here we go. Let's see. Hold on. I just make sure that I answered all of your questions, Kyla, before I move forward. Let's see. Or anything else that you may have written. Okay, so far so good. Okay, you were just listening. Very good. You're very welcome once again, Kyla. Now, moving to Zia. All right, Zia. Now that I have a stronger connection for chat, let's see what we have for you. Okay. Pull some charms for you now. And let's see what we've got. All right. Let's get my other connection going here. I got like 3 connections going here at the same time. But it seems to be the way to work here because we have another choice. At least as long as we make things happen, that's what matters. So here we go. Okay, very, very good. Okay. And lovely. Okay. So Zia, we pulled some charms for you here. For some reason, Zia, this is a little off your questions here, but well, it relates to family in a way. For some reason, Marilyn's energy is very strong, coming through for some reason, at least to me. So there's some relevance with Marilyn. She's very strong energy, this lady. I don't know her except that I know that who she is for you and your family, but I don't know anything about her, but at all. But I see a very powerful energy here with this lady. Very vivid and very strong for some reason, taking care of stuff a lot here lately for some reason. She's, to put it plainly, the mover and shaker right now of things, if that makes any sense to you. So that's what she's very strong, vibrant energy and taking control of things and moving things about and whatever. Here for you guys. So That's what's coming through number one. So you can answer that anyway later on or so. You know, that's what came through immediately. Anyway, what comes through for you regarding your questions and concerns or so, whatever, let's have a look. Perfect. Okay, got it. Okay, understood, Zia. I just saw that. So for you, for the beginning here, we have a coin, a rather large coin here. And I haven't seen these in a while. And this is a British coin, apparently, at least I think it is. And, or, no, it's not a British coin. What am I saying? I think this is a coin from ancient Greece, which I have here. I threw in one of those when I went to Greece and I brought in some extra money, you know, from there. So this is a euro. So I have a euro here from Greece. It's a $2 euro. So immediately what that tells me is relationship and partnership and coming together and reward. So this is a good thing. It has a good, positive, strong energy for you. So relating to energy that of relationship, love, togetherness, this has a good energy. It has a strength of stability, foundation, building upon it, bringing in some extra financial reward. Also, partnership and duality here. So this is a good thing. This is not maybe more immediate, but coming in the near future. Not near, but not that far. And I'm not going to say like a 2-year thing or even maybe a year or so. But let's see what happens here with a partnership that can bring in a lot of, let's say, financial reward, perhaps working together with significant other, you know, here in a project or so that could provide some sort of financial reward. That's what I'm getting here. The impression has a good energy and a good feeling to it. Here we have, very interesting, we have the mask of Tutankhamun. So if you can see that here, this is a charm that relates to kingship, royalty. I'm putting it in front of my face. You can see a little bit better, hopefully. Power, taking charge. You know, also, this is the mask of Tutankhamun. So it is royalty. Royalty, once again, is money and finances, financial reward, you know, here too. But power, strength. But at the same time, don't let yourself feel that you are weakened in some areas of your life. If you feel that way, that's just old patterns of thinking and belief that you still are dealing with that you need to let go of. We don't want. The significance of this can also mean that powerlessness in a way too, because of the individual that it came from. If you remember the story of Tutankhamun, I mean, he was a boy king. He died when he was practically 19, it seems. He had power, but at the same time, it didn't really help him. There were weaknesses there with him physically, and perhaps around him when it came to his leadership and reign. So for you, what it tells me for you is about, don't dwell on weaknesses that you feel that you've had in your life. Don't let that stop you. You're moving forward in your life and you need to like get away and move away from that. You're stronger than you realize, and you have been doing that, but more to come, more to deal with there. Here we have a dice. So very interesting here. The number that's relevant here is the number 5. And that's the first number that I see here. And showing to 4 and 5 actually. So those two numbers are working with you at this time. And of course, they're successive, 4 and 5. So 4 is foundation, home, family, making sure that things are in place, organized, keeping harmony in the environment. So keeping harmony, with, the gremlin, especially, is essential, and making sure that you're thinking properly, doing things right, and doing things that keep the support and communications going, there, and making sure that your home is peaceful, has good energy, embracing as it always has been, and trying to not to deal with the sense of disruptiveness, dissension, keeping it together harmoniously, very important. The 5, of course, is a bit of friction. It's tumultuous energy and number. So it's about trying to deal with both the 4 energy, which is home, family, groundedness, keeping things stable, steady, and then the 5, which is an energy of disruption, chaos, movement, and trying to find balance with your communications there in the home front, and making sure that things are level, understanding, seeing if things are a little bit volatile or whatever, going with the flow, also understanding. Don't let it rock your world that much. Things are changing and evolving. Gremlin is changing and evolving. That's a good thing, actually. And it's being understanding of it and supporting of that as well, without draining your energy. We have another coin here. Interesting. Coins are relevant for you. So money is essential. Money is coming in a good way for you. And we have another euro here for you. I put a few of those in the past, here. So this one is 1. So the 1 is individual, obviously. The 1 is working on yourself, and you're improving and continuing to improve on yourself with the 1. You can see that here in this coin. Bring it closer to the camera. 1. 1, which is sovereign, individual, manifesting for yourself, the good, watching out for you, taking care of you, doing what you need to do to progress, to advance for your life and for yourself. Because we're working with money here, of course, it's increasing financial gain, independence, which is very important for you. You want to break out on your own more. You want to be someone that can generate an income on their own without relying on the aid or assistance of another or of a job working for another. It's about expanding yourself, expanding your creativity, your movements, your desires. We have another dice for you. Isn't that interesting? It's money and dice, which is chance. And another dice has come up for you. And this time we have the number 6, which is relevant for you here. So this is a smaller dice. As you can see, it's white and black, the traditional dice. But the number 6, which deals with creativity, once again, family is important, environment, making sure that the environment that you're in, once again, is pleasing to you, but also promoting that to others as well with aesthetics. Also, and showing what you can do. So it is a very creative vibration and number. It brings in money. It draws in money for you, once again, with those aspects and those qualities, for you. So we have that there. Now, for some reason, I'm just saying that I'm getting the presence of someone who suddenly made themselves known to me. It appears to be a gentleman, and this is a person who's just come through spirit. A gentleman, old, so aged, first of all. So he passed, he was old, obviously old, very old. Must have been his late 80s or so. I'm getting a feeling or a sense of things. A gentleman who was in his 80s. Apparently, this is a family member of yours from long, long ago. So he passed away quite a while ago. And for me, it has a rather paternal energy, a grandfatherly type of energy. Not necessarily has to be a grandfather, but a grandfatherly type of energy. So this gentleman felt this way toward you. From what I'm seeing, he wasn't a very large person, kind of on a smaller frame type of individual. That makes sense to you. A bit slight, perhaps when he was older, he may have lost weight or a lot of weight because he was smaller in frame from what I see. But he's showing me as an elderly person, first of all. A nice, understanding, gentler energy than you were used to in your family. I have to say it to you as I receive it. This one was unlike others in your family, were a little bit more stronger and more verbal, more expressive in their opinions. He had some of those traits or whatever, but he was a bit more reserved, at least with you and with others perhaps, and some of the other children as well. More reserved and more gentler energy would come across, when dealing with you. So he wants you to know that. I hope you remember him. You remember who he is, because I'm getting a warm feeling in my solar plexus about this. All right, Zia? So you'll let me know when you have a chance later about who this person may be for you, okay? We have a symbol here of the turtle. So this is fascinating. This is home. Once again, home is very important to you. For some reason, you may be having concerns with the home. It's green also, so we're celebrating St. Patrick's here. The home, the green, which is healing, the earth as well, stability, groundedness, making sure that things are taken care of, that it is stable at home, money that is needed because it's green. Once again, it's finances, earning an income, saving, because turtles are known for saving themselves in their own home. They live with their home. Protectiveness, which may be a big concern for you right now for some reason in your life. Being protective, very important, to you at this time. Also generosity, just being very, very open and generous about what you want and what you do. Oh, the turtle is a big symbol for you. Thank you for telling me that. I just happened to see that pop up for a bit. Oh, I see something else that you said, but let me just continue with this. So the turtle here is protective and strength and making sure that things are taken care of well for you always and your family. In this case, you and Gremlin especially, that you have everything you need to take very good care, of both of you at this time especially. Okay, so I'm looking here a bit. I'm glad the turtle's a big symbol for you. I didn't see him looking like your mom, and I do remember your mom very well, from the one time I saw her, but it was very vivid. And a few pictures that you've posted once in a while, but I remember meeting her in person, so I do remember her very, very well. And doesn't quell really, I have a feeling. But again, you would know best if the characteristics, fit. Again, I saw him as a very elderly person and rather like small, or at least, thinner framed. I'll put it that, thinner framed. He may have been a little more robust when he was younger, and stronger, also there. Continuing free with these charms, we also have a beautiful stone that looks like a lapis lazuli here, present. This is representing one of the chakras, the indigo chakra, actually, which is here, your third eye. So that is the eye of seeing, creativity, opening up in that area, receiving, projecting energy, projecting thoughts. It is your third eye, visionary, visions and seeing things. So this is very important, especially for someone like you, that being a visionary, a creative soul, very important to have that chakra open and operating clearly, for you, eliminating confusions or so. In the case of you with work, keeping it open, keeping it beautiful, keeping it vivid. Indigo color, of course, fits the blues. So it's the blues and the reds together that make the form of indigo and lavender colors. So there's a little healing here, a lot of communications. With the blue, red is a little bit of energy and strength, which you can tap into some more, which you're using more and more, as I get a feeling as I'm talking to you. And Mother Love Lapis Lazuli, lovely. And certainly she was an extremely creative person, as we know. One of the best in the business, as we know, legendary. So if there's somebody who would appreciate lapis and have an affinity for that, it would be her, for sure. And it connects, obviously, with the arts and the church. As I'm talking to you about this, it makes me see the Sistine Chapel and the colors there, the association with religion, with spirit. And the Sistine Chapel, and especially the work of art on the wall, the Judgment, which has the most magnificent lapis lazuli hue, because Michelangelo actually used lapis lazuli in his pigmentation, and you may know this very well, in order to create, the colors, for the Judgment in the Sistine Chapel. So it deals with religion, it deals with spirit, it deals with the mind, the third eye, keeping it open and vivid and beautiful, for you. So very important. So I'm glad that this is very significant for you. We see the symbol of a horse, here, which is freedom, which is beauty, which is very strong male energy, also to tap into as well. This is freedom and a trip, just moving along, just running in freedom, and just a release. And that's what you need for you, a release and running in freedom. As I see this, I see the symbol of a horse. And it's Irish because we have horses in Ireland running on the beach, a free horse. And I see a horse running on the beach by itself with the mists, there of the ocean, and running on the sand and the mists, running through the mists, on the beach. As I'm talking to you about this, which must be significant for you. You need freedom. You need to feel more free for yourself. We have here another chakra energy here, which is, let me try to make this one out, maybe a little faded by this time. We have the chakra of the red, and that's freedom and that's strength. And that's energy, that's root chakra. So that's the base. That's, again, the beginnings, the root of the individual. This is at the base, the very, very base of the spine, at the lower spine. This is the beginnings of things. It is the primal energy, the start of things, where things originate. Red is a strong color, obviously. It's passion, it's life force, it's energy. It's about, in your case, watching your feelings of aggression and anger, just being mindful, of that, and keeping it a little bit, low. If something starts to make you angry or upset or whatever, just tone it down. Feel what you feel. You have to feel anger. You're entitled to feel what you feel, especially with the anger, frustration, or whatever. Feel what you feel, but realistically and logically, that it makes sense, that you think, as you feel, and not just get carried away with just the emotion itself, and moving forward. And then finally, Zia, we have, oh, this is lovely. Let me see this for a second. We have the symbol of a pair of dancers, here. And here's a charm that indicates a relationship and dancing. They seem to be pulling apart a bit. So that's interesting, to see that. And it may be, that it's a little bit about being separated, but still holding on and still together. And dancing and joy and finding a rhythm with one another to connect. And even though you may be pulled away a bit at this time, but it's still dancing and still working on coming together and planning, for the future that way. And don't worry about, losing, significant other. Okay, it's about, having the freedom for both of you, do what you need to do, but at the same time, it's a dance and enjoyment, keeping it together, mutual understanding, so that you can come together in your dance here, eventually. So that's what it says about that. Okay, got it. I see you're popping in a bit. You need to chill more. I know it's a lot of stress for you. I understand, and a lot of stress for a lot of people, a lot of ways right now. So we see that here. Now, Sherry, I know that you have a question, so we have that for you, Zia. Yes, I did remember a question for you. There was a lot for Zia here, wasn't there? So Sherry, do you have financial luck coming your way? Let's have a look and see, Sherry. So we're going to do the charms for you. I hope you're still on with me. There's a bit of a while here. I know the charms are going to be so productive this evening. So Sherry, I do hope you're on. If not, I'll send you a message later on to tell you to look in your chat window just in case. Then there's a little bit of time to ask that question. So let's see. Hold on for a bit. I'm going to move on here for a bit. Oh, good. I'm glad you're still there. Perfectly. Okay. Right. Okay. And hello, Mary Lou. Just saw you pop in. Let's see what we've got over here. So for you, Sherry, let's see what we've got for time. We've pulled quite a lot of them for you too, girls. So let's see. Let's get started. So your question is relating to finances. And let's see. Look once again. Hold on. I'm going to find you here. And then Valerie comes on with finances as well. Okay. So let's move forth here a bit. Okay. So immediate first thing that comes up for you, Sherry, is the knight in shining armor. So this is a very positive symbol relating especially to finances. That means something good is heading your way. So help is on the way. Strength, protection, a powerful energy that wants to be helpful to you regarding your particular question, which is, of course, money, financial gains, stabilities or so. So this works very, very favorable for you. So it's about being protective with your finances, being shrewd, and seeing what you're doing with your finances, where you're putting your money into, how you're saving things, what you're spending on, being a bit, let's say, more financially savvy and responsible with how you're spending and what you're doing, and making a plan for yourself, for the financial future. We have a beautiful heart here, a white heart. So that's interesting. So it looks very, very favorable. Once again, someone may be very helpful to you in regards to your financial reward here. So get ready. Hearts, of course, are love, togetherness, working together in a relationship, perhaps in some way, someone with heart, with goodness and good intentions, or whatever, can come to be of assistance with you, not only financially, but emotionally as well. An increase there. White is purity and goodness and genuineness. So be aware of that, also here for you too. We have an airplane. So we have the charm of a plane. You can see that here. So that's taking flight, obviously. Travel. Restlessness, and you're itching to get on and get moving about a bit here and there or more or so. So that relates, with trip and with something coming through for you, relating to a journey far away. When it's a plane, when I see a plane, that means far away. Okay, so that means that a trip is on its way for you in some way. So get ready for that, okay? We have here a mirror in the frame of a mirror, here, but we're going to symbolically call it a mirror. So look into yourself, see the reflection that comes back to you. Very important. It's time to be honest and upfront with yourself, and in doing things about really facing what you need, really facing what may be bothering you, facing what you need to correct, what you need in your life. Take a good look at yourself. See what that reflection tells you, thought-wise. Make the necessary connections. Work on improving. This is not just a physical improvement. This means about your life in general. Even physically, if it's necessary also. See what you can do that you may feel that can improve within yourself. I feel this is more within than external, for you. So be aware there. Our next charm here, let's see what this is about. Well, aren't you lucky? We have the symbol of a ladybug, here for you. Ladybugs have always been symbols of good luck, good fortune, love. And yes, also financial gain and reward. So lovely, Sherry. I just saw that you're going to see family in 2 weeks. Perfect. So there's your trip, away from the state, of New York. So excellent. Good for you. So that should bode well. You're doing what you need to do. It's the right thing to do. But coming back to this very important symbol here, the ladybug is about good fortune, love, also abundance as well for the person. general good luck, good feeling in all areas of your life. Ladybugs have always been known as good luck. When one sees one or one attaches itself to you, we usually see them, of course, in the spring and the summer, especially. And they've always been symbols of good fortune and good things coming. And so far, the energy here looks very, very positive for you. You're here in all these ways. We have the symbol of an automobile, here for you. So we have a charm. So it's about, that travel, once again, taking charge of yourself, driving your own life. Movement, progressing, moving on from there. You may be driving down to where you're going to visit, to Florida, instead of taking a plane. Nevertheless, it's a long trip. It's a long distance trip. So this is very good. But this one in particular talks about more about taking charge of yourself and what you're doing in your life and where you're going and where you're heading. It's taking the wheel and taking charge of that, being responsible when you move ahead in your future. So that's what that means there. We have the symbol of the horse also has come up for you too, Sherry, as well, which is that symbol of freedom, once again, of movement, of the future, of moving forward. It's a strong male energy taking charge once again. And that's what that means, also. For you, it's about feeling like you're more empowered, more self-empowered, and taking charge of your future and of yourself and of your life. Here we have the symbol of the umbrella. So this is protection, obviously. Also protectiveness, making sure that you have everything that you need, that you're doing what you need, but it's also financial, having an umbrella of security, of strong protection for you, making sure that you're taking care of everything that you need. Financial gain, financial wealth, financial reward. So this is very important here with this umbrella, here for you. Red, this umbrella happens to be red. I don't know if you can see it clearly on the camera, but it does have red on it, like red stones, like a garnet ruby, if you can see that. And red is also the color for the ladybug. So red is strength, energy, vitality, for you as well. It's about your health. I'm picking up something about your health. I'm picking up about putting more energy into your health and well-being, feeling more vitality and strength. Once again, and talking about the red, we have a third symbol of red for you, the star. And we have a red star for you, which is once again, similarly, vitality, energy, but it's also good fortune and spirit. The stars are aligning for you. It is a strong spiritual energy of good feelings, good fortune, beauty, good luck for you. Also, it's just interesting that it comes through as a red for a third time. 3 is the charm. You have the color red 3 times with you. So focus on the energy and the color of red for your aura. When you're working, when you're going out and about, it is a strong energy. It can be a protective energy. It can give you strength, courage that you may feel that you may need. If you're lacking in that, just don't overdo it with the red, because it can be also a color of anger and rage and hostility. So when we work with the color red, especially in our aura work, we have to do it very carefully, lightly. We can't cover ourselves completely in red all the way. That can be very destructive, actually, as opposed to being very helpful. So be aware of that. It is to be used sparingly. But just when you need a bit of an energy, a bit of a start, a kick to things, it can be very helpful. It will give you what you need. Again, it's a primal energy, the primal color. So it's the basis and a start for things. You need some movement in your life, and you're still working on getting that. Here, our next symbol here is beautiful. This, I hope you can see, is a little small, but this is a symbol of a mermaid. So here we have a very small mermaid charm here. Her tail is green, celebrating, of course, the holiday. Green, of course, is healing. It is the sea in this case, nurturing, financial gain. The mermaids have secrets and gifts from the sea. You're moving, or you're going to Florida, so you're going to be very close to the water. This is an element of the ocean, health, well-being, tranquility, but also magic. Wishing upon the mermaid, if you need more financial gain and luck, this will help you greatly here. Seeing what money can come for you, see what you can do to generate more financial gain, ideas, another job perhaps, a secondary job even, something creative, something you can do to help you along. Your red is your favorite pop of color, perfect, and that's exactly what you need. That's the key, a pop of color, not fully incorporating it. It's too strong. Yeah, it can work, in the reverse instead of being helpful to you. Our next symbol here, Sherry, and this is a beautiful symbol. This is a charm, if you can see it, of a bride and groom. So it's relationship, marriage, togetherness, working together, money. And if your question is focused on money, I feel that money may not come to you just by your own efforts. Someone else, someone close, actually, in some way, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but someone close, someone very helpful, can form a partnership in a way to help with financial gain and reward for you. If it's love, it's coming together closer in love, so much the better. That's the second time a symbol of this nature has come up for you. We have here the Holy Bible. So that's belief, faith, whatever religion you may have or believe in. The Bible, of course, is faith, belief, and trust, and know that Spirit is with you always. You're never alone. There is help always. You are being supported strongly from the other side, from those on the other side for you, for what you need. Never lose faith. Never give up hope. Things will always work out for you, no matter what, in the long run. And speaking along that line, we have the horseshoe, good luck, financial gain and reward. What greater symbol of money gain and luck than the horseshoe itself? So money looks like it's going to come to you in some way, very strongly, very positively. You don't have to be so worried about your finances in such a way. Something will come, something's going to pop up that will give you great help in that way. You may have to, partially, I feel it's going to come your way, but also something you may have to work a little bit on it as well. And someone in some way is going to be helpful to you, with this, also. Finally, we have the beautiful symbol of the moon, here. So this is a very intricate design of the moon. And we have a full moon tomorrow night, actually, in Taurus. So how fortuitous. This is for you and for everyone here this evening. So the full moon, or the half moon, in a way, is talking about groundedness. It's a very positive, moon, even though it's a crescent moon of some nature, but still it's a moon symbol. And it's in the form of a little figure, which is interesting here, also as well. So this will help you again with groundedness, financial gain or so. But it's a crescent moon in the symbol of a little creature here also. I remember this charm now that I see it. So it can be working, but it gets for good fortune and good luck, also in the form of a crescent, moon. Very helpful, to you. It's about receiving change, transition even, growth and well-being. All right, so I hope that was helpful, to you, Sherry. Let me see if anyone else asks. I have to stop shortly. Let's see. See if anybody else asked a question. I'm just going down the chat window here for a bit. All right, Valerie, how are your finances? Okay, let's have a look. I think you'll be my last person for the evening because it's almost 11 o'clock and we have to close out. So the charms provide a lot of information, don't they? A lot of energy. They come out a lot tonight, especially. So we're going to do this last one for Valerie. And let's see from here. And that is our last person. Hello, Mary Lou. How are you? Good to see you here. And Valerie, you'll be my last person for the evening. Again, I'll be back, with another program. So if we don't get a chance to do, readings for others, I don't really see anybody asking any more questions. I have to close it. But I'll be back again on Actually, I do believe it's what, Monday or Tuesday of next week for more March Madness, but in this case, it's going to be for spring. So we're going to do our spring, celebration next week. That should be, I do believe, on Tuesday, for the first day of spring. So get ready. You'll be seeing me again. You're all seeing me a lot this month, here. So we're gonna do a spring celebration, and perhaps another thing related to spring also as well. So for Valerie, in regards to your question regarding finances here, what comes up immediately once again is this magnificent, beautiful turquoise, a clear stone here. And we have it once again, it's a healing energy. It's an energy that incorporates both the greens and the blues, which is finances. So support right there. The blue is a very healing element as well. It's about having, faith. Things will work out well. Emotional stability, very important, that is needed. Also, concentration, focus for things. And as the finances is about that, for you too. It's about concentrating and focusing what needs to grow, for you, financially speaking, and doing what you need to, making plans, for that as well too. We have here, this is interesting. Oh my. We have the symbol, I hope you can see it properly here, of the dragon. So that's been a very powerful symbol, at least for me in the last few days. So my dragon, let's say energy or friend, has been making himself prominent to me lately, the last few days, as I'm talking about you. I just happened to see my dragon. I have a beautiful statue of a dragon. You're here on my desk here before me, which I recently placed there. And it was a reminder, it was called to place that as a symbol of remembrance, as a totem of, acknowledging the dragon symbol that's here. Yes, Valerie, I know that you're here. Yes, you're welcome, Sherry. Very good. And the dragon is now coming for you, a strong symbol of protection, of strength, of good fortune, when it is in the positive. And here we definitely have it in the positive for you. Very strong energy that's supporting you at this time. Don't worry, have no fear. No harm will come to you. Be aware. For financial things, this is taking care of you. You may feel a bit strained financially lately or so, have no fear. You will come through. Things will work out. You will have what you need. And then plan and do what you need accordingly. The dragons are also magic. They can help you. This type of energy, and we have it in many different religions and many different belief systems throughout the world, when it comes to dragon and dragon energy. It is strength, it is wisdom, it is knowing. And in your case, it's about plotting and planning what you need to do to improve your finances and gain greater reward for that too. I have another good energy symbol for you as well, Valerie. We see an airplane once again, which of course as always denotes trip, travel, freedom in this case. This symbol has a lot to do now, association with freedom like it never had before. Prior to pandemic, of course, it wasn't so real. It was about travel mainly, journey. But now, because as we're heading towards a better position here regarding the pandemic, where things are going down in regards to the numbers and things, and people are being able to be more freer and to move about once again and to go out once again, it's about a symbol of freedom, also celebration, unshackling, feeling, imprisoned. So it's a symbol that denotes that as well. It could be a literal trip in that way or for you, or just that you're going to need and going to receive a sense more of freedom and moving about on your own and feeling that you'll be able to do more outside and go and do things out more and travel further on your own than previously. We have here, let's have a look at this magnificent looking stone here. Very, very lots of facets. It's a light green energy, as you can see, denoting, of course, today's holiday and focus on the green energy, which is very powerful today as St. Patrick's. So we're going to get a lot of green, and a lot of you have received a lot of green this evening. Very interesting to see that. And I think each and everyone at some point received green, even though sure you had a lot of red, but there's also green for the finance, and you here glittering, a glittering stone with green once a year. It means abundance, gaining more, having more energy. More is coming to you. We see this beautifully here. It's a progression, of gaining more, having more, and feeling better about it. Very positive energy, bringing beauty into your life and into your world also here. We also have a beautiful blue chakra stone here as well. And this stone, of course, is about communications. So the blue chakra is usually located here by the throat. That's known also as the throat chakra. The location of this chakra is usually around here by the throat region. As you can see, as I'm pointing or placing it at my actual throat, so you could get to know this. So this means you have to focus in on your blue throat communications chakra. It's about verbalizing more, getting your feelings out more, letting people know how you honestly feel, not holding back so much, things, getting this chakra to work for you properly, opened beautifully, having no fear of saying what you feel, of what you need, having people respond to you. It's gaining courage, to do that. That's what the blue chakra denotes, by the way. I used to read chakras as with the chakra stones, also. And I'm just being reminded of that. And I may have to do another session, one of these with the chakra stones for all of you in the future. And using just them to tell you about your chakra, your energies, where you need to align, etc. So, but for Valerie at this point, it is about your communications and expressing, not being afraid to express yourself. Blue energy, focus on the blue. The blue also is healing, peace, serenity, emotional well-being. Surround yourself in blue energy. That will help you feel better and stronger and more present in the world today here. We have also, interesting that this symbol comes up for a second time, we have our orca, returning once again, our killer whale, which once again is strength. Figuring things out. This is what you need to do, Valerie, also. Rely more on your inner strength. Trust in your instincts. Trust in your intelligence, in your being able to figure things out on your own. Don't think that you're unsure so much about things. You can do and you can figure things out and you can accomplish. You can survive and do and thrive beautifully. And it's about using your mind in a sharper way in regards to finances. This is essential to figure out what you need to do in the right way. And we have, once again, this is interesting, we have some repeats here. We have our 4 of diamonds in the form of a playing card once again. And of course, the 5 of diamonds. And our 5 of diamonds here is about change, financial gain, a bit of uncertainty, restlessness perhaps, in your question in particular. It's about doing what you need to do to get out there and see what you can do to improve your finances. Don't wait for it to come to you. That may be a bit uncomfortable, but you may have to get a little creative, as I just said a moment ago, and you have it in you, also to do that, to see how funds can come to you in some other way. So that's what that means there. And then with you also, we also have the symbol once again of that crescent moon with that little figure here. And the crescent moon again, the moon energy would be important. It makes sense it would appear because it is about the full moon tomorrow night in Taurus. So March 18th is our full moon for March, which happens fortuitously just to fall right after St. Patrick's Day. It's our final moon of the winter, by the way, also, so it just happened to fall that way, that we do have a March full moon in the season of winter, and we're at the very end of the season. But it's bringing in, again, groundedness, stability, financial gain, Focus that moon energy tomorrow night. Light a white candle to the moon, Valerie. Light a white candle to the moon to bring you the financial gain that you need. Full moons are endings, by the way. Remember that. They are male energy. So a male could be helpful to you in some way also. A male may be signaling something to you about an ending in some way, in some form or so. So be aware of that too in your lives. But it's about endings with a full moon. But it's also, I'm sorry, the full moon is, I'm sorry, backtrack. The full moon is feminine. So it's about, you know, the feminine energies. It's about strength, emotions, or so. It's about tapping into that full moon with the white candle to help you with all of your needs, all of your questions. But it is a moon of endings. And it is a moon that male, some way and somehow could be coming to a conclusion, coming to a realization of something, coming to the fruition of an idea or so. So be aware of that. But it also denotes, again, your own emotional well-being. A powerful moon and a very fortuitous moon is with us tomorrow night. It can be transformative. It can be about change. Once again, this symbol also denotes about that, you know, too, with this particular little crescent moon in the symbol of a creature, you know, here. So it has double meanings here. It's about change, transition, you know, also strength. So rely on that also for yourself too, Valerie, you know, as well. And that's what it's talking about there. So for you, finances can improve, but you're going to have to make a stronger effort to do what you need to do to make that happen. See what you need to do to bring in more of an income. You're going to have to really think about it and make an effort and get creative here, but really make an effort to make that better for you. You have to see about improving money in your life. So ladies, thank you so much. I'm glad we were able to do this. This evening for St. Patrick's and celebrating the holiday. I hope the messages were meaningful, relevant. Some of you have already said, you know, it looks that way, which is very good. I'm glad Spirit connects in its different sources. Thank you for joining me this evening. And I will be back again on Tuesday evening. You'll see it posted on the page for Spring Fling and celebrating the first day of spring. And we'll do a few more things for the spring. I might pop in again afterward in the week or on the same day to celebrate also the vernal equinox, which we're going to do anyway, you know, for Spring Fling. But we'll be doing more spot readings in general, connections for spirit. And we have had a few spirits visit us this evening also here. And I have my friends, which I must thank very much once again for your support in spirit, for being here this evening with a lot of warmth and love and devotion and helping provide for you and helping out here for me, you know, too. So once again, everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day. Love and blessings to you on this glorious holiday, that the wishes of the Irish proverbs, the Irish blessings, the Irish prayers are relevant for you now. They bless you now and for the rest of the year and always. So blessings, love and light to you. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much once again for joining us here on March Madness. And more madness is to come. So get ready. We're going to have a lot of fun, you know, this month. So I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.